Hi, this is Tuulia of Honesty Europe, and I'm asking a question, not asking, maybe asking too, answering a question about how much processing of anger and sadness, expressing anger and sadness is too much. And in this question, the person was saying that sometimes it feels like they are drained and exhausted and not really feeling connected to the partner after expressing anger or sadness. And is it really healthy and good for our nerve system to express anger of petty little things several times a day? I think this is a very valid and good question. And I would say that anger or sadness or joy, excitement, they are things that do arise in our body. So we have a choice whether we express them or not. We don't have a choice whether they happen or not. That's like automatic physical sensation, some thoughts arising. So as a rule of thumb, I do personally think that it's very useful to rather express than withhold and express in the moment. So things are not huge and big. So I'm a bit mad at you for eating your mouth open, rather than throughout the whole meal you're looking at them, you're trying to not pay attention, you're thinking of all the other times they ate their mouth open and still being silent and kind of building up anger, building up the case. And that might then come out bigger than if you just immediately say it and deal with it when it's still kind of maybe a bit smaller range. And if you ongoingly express whatever is going on with you in terms of anger or sadness, you're not building up a list, you're not building up a case and be ready for a blow up. And also this is all kind of rewiring our system and training our system. That is actually all right to express things in the moment and express small things and not to make them any bigger in our expression or in our way of being like, I'm a bit mad at you for that. Oh, I didn't like that. I notice I'm feeling sad about what you said. And then when expressing, just maintaining eye contact, staying present, noticing what happens in your body and be willing to experience it all. And not all expressions of anger or sadness need to be huge at all. They don't need to be loud. They don't need to come with a lot of swearing or nasty words or blaming or anything. It can be just like pretty neutral like anything else. Like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. I'm mad at you for saying that. Not a huge difference. So also kind of, while we are retraining or learning something we knew as a kids and rewiring our system, this will take a little while. And in the meantime, we might be like clumsy maybe, or take a while to get over things. We might take a while to notice what's really going on with us. So by the time we're really noticing and then deciding to express, it's already grown from a small anger, tiny anger into immediate or even big range of anger. So while we're training ourselves to this new way of being, it might be tough. You might be very exhausted. You might feel a bit like, is this really worthwhile? What's the point of me expressing my anger? And that's all right. I do tend to express my anger and sadness when I catch it, merely for the purpose that I have this bodily experience and now experienced in several years that it's actually good for me and it's good for my connection with the other, that I don't withhold. And especially with my close ones, like with my husband, we have an agreement that we don't withhold from each other and that we can be unreasonable. So with this kind of agreement between us, I know that it's totally fine. I might not like the sensation in my body. I might not like his reaction. I might not like my reaction to his reaction. And still, I have this bodily knowledge that it's all right for me to express whatever I want to express. Then another thing is, and this is really big for me, it's like if you notice you're getting angry, then there might be something to check on, like, are you hungry? Did you sleep enough? Is it already late in the evening? And maybe the best thing at this moment is for you to get some rest and then deal with the topic in the morning or the next day. So also being kind of mindful and aware of the circumstances. And for me, definitely, if I'm hungry, I just get irritated and snappy and all kinds of shit. So then I want to take responsibility of taking care of myself, because I don't think it's going to do me any good if I'm just like blushing out my stuff, when the best thing is to eat first and then start to deal with whatever I'm angry about and so on. So also then you being aware if your trigger is being angry, being tired or hungry, as I call it, hungry plus angry. So deal with that first and then go to the topic. And sometimes it's just not the right moment. You're in a rush and then you're kind of having a rushed clearing and you actually get worse. So sometimes it's all right. Hey, I'm angry at you and I want to deal with this later. Is that all right with you? And then just by saying that, but not going deep into the topic, that could already take you to a different place. And sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's like, oh, this is staying with me and I don't like that. So finding your way and your balance, what works for you, that wouldn't be about withholding, but also being mindful of the tiredness, the hunger, and also like if there's other factors, like there's people around maybe, and this is something big, or yeah, you're in a hurry, or you're at work, or something like that, or the other one their mother died just right now, so maybe that's just not the exact moment. So rather than kind of avoiding things in the sake of connection or our nervous system, because I don't think it works that way. So my proposal would be not to avoid, and then kind of work on the skill of expressing anger, expressing sadness and getting over it. Working in the skill of being grounded in the body while doing so. Being willing to stay in contact, including eye contact. Being willing to get sometimes a bit louder than comfortable so that you can actually get it over. Because kind of underdoing your anger, then it just stays and stays rather than getting over it. So it's just like having that, like, I'm mad at you, and then and then staying with that bodily sensation, staying in that eye contact, and most likely things do tend to shift. Yeah, that's the word. So yeah, that comes to me. I imagine this is not the answer you wanted. So tell me how you feel about this, that I'm not recommending withholding, and I do not think it's really going to serve your nervous system. And sometimes there's times when it's just you're going on circles and processing and not getting anywhere. Then sometimes it's good to like, okay, let's take a break and deal with this later and agree a time and place when you do that. So yeah, sometimes things just go in circles, and taking a bit of time after initial work is totally fine. And that's kind of different than avoidance. So I think it's kind of whatever comes from awareness and mindfulness. I think it feels quite different to you and to the other person than from a place of, yeah, I'm just tired of working on topics with you, or it's not going to work anyway, or this is too much, kind of a place which sounds a bit victim-y place to me. All right, let me know what do you think, and other people as well. What are your take on this? Thanks for the question, and this is Tuulia of Honest Europe. Ciao!